Hey everybody, Fletch from All Things Overlanding here. On today's 3-Minute Thursday, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite new pickups. And to be fair, typically I'm more of a budget-minded overlander, and this one is not necessarily budget-minded, but at the same time it kind of is. So if you want to find out what that is, stay tuned. All right, guys, so as I mentioned on today's episode, we're going to be talking about something that it's kind of 50-50, right? Like it is budget minded as far as drones go, but at the same time, it's $500. So not a small amount of money. And believe me, it was semi-painful for me to buy this. And actually, I talked my wife into it and I got it as a Christmas present. It was kind of my only Christmas present. But today we're going to be talking about the DJI Mavic Mini. If you watched some of my last few videos, you've seen some of the shots from this thing. And I will say, while I am not a professional drone pilot, which is kind of half of why I bought the Mavic Mini, it takes really nice shots. The quality is really good. You can get up to 2.7K. It's got a lot of nice sort of built-in automated features. One thing to note, though, is the biggest sort of downfall for the DJI Mavic Mini that I can find as an overlander is I want to take shots, like great cinematic shots, right, of the truck traveling down a trail or through the woods or whatever. This does not have automatic follow mode. However, there are some workarounds for that. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and I've learned a lot about it. There are some workarounds where you can kind of get it to follow you, but if you really want that, here's the thing. From all the research I've done, what you need to do is literally spend twice as much, which is still not a terrible price. Spend $1,000 and buy the Skydio 2. The way I look at it is, again, budget-minded overlander. If I can spend half as much and get 2 or 3 years worth of use out of this thing, it's worth it. And then eventually I can sell it used for a couple $100. And then I will probably buy a used Skydio 2 for maybe $600, right? So that's kind of my end game. Is I think the Skydio 2 is probably like the perfect drone for me, but right now I just can't justify spending $1,000 on a drone, right? But $500 for, I actually got the Fly More pack, which it comes with a 3-pack of batteries with a little hub charger. The nice thing about that is it's a smart charger, so as you pop the batteries in, it will detect which one is the most full and start to charge that. So that you get a full battery out of it as quick as possible, and then it will go down the line and charge the next most full and the next most full until they're all charged. You also get this handy carrying case. I'm going to open this thing up here and show you what's inside. So if you just want the drone and one battery, it's $400. I went ahead and got the Fly More pack because for $100 more, you get 2 more batteries, the case, some other nice things, some extra rotors for it. So that's what it looks like inside of the case. It's a very nice piece. So I've had quite a few cheap drones, right? Like $60 to $150 drones. And while they're fine, the video quality sucks, the controls suck, the apps suck. Like, honestly, they're just not that great. This thing flies amazingly. And if you've been into drones and you've been kind of watching what's happening with the Mavic Mini, this thing just feels so good. And not to be a DJI, lover, if you will, but I've flown a couple of DJI drones for work before, like the Phantom 4 and things like that. They just feel really good. They're easy to control. You feel like you know what you're doing. They're intuitive. The Mini is no different. So the Mini feels great to fly. It's easy to fly. It takes great footage. So again, for the Fly More pack for $500, you get 3 batteries plus this hub. The nice thing is too, it has some plugs on the side here. You can actually use this as a battery pack. Now, I have a number of power banks already, but if I didn't, this would just be nice. It's just an extra way to use it, and it actually teams all 3 of these batteries together and will power this so you could charge your phone or your computer or whatever you need. I threw a few extra memory cards in here, and then a necessary pickup, which I'll put a link to below, are the PGY Tech Leg Extensions. So if you don't know what these are, and let me take the drone out here. When you land the drone, right? So this is the drone. And this is kind of the nice thing about the DJI Mavic Mini. It is 249 grams, which means that it is technically under the FAA regulation rules, meaning that you have to register, pass a test, have the FAA know who you are and where you are and what you're doing with it, which is what kind of made it really appealing to me, being an amateur drone pilot, being someone that just wants to be in the middle of nowhere and take some shots of my truck moving or a campsite, that sort of thing. I don't have to register. I don't have to take any tests. I don't have to do anything to use this drone, right? But here's what I wanted to talk about with the PGY leg extensions, right? So these pop out here. The other ones go under the drone and they pop out, which is kind of nice. But so you see how this is, right? So there's these little legs here, right? And these little tiny bumps here. When you land this thing, it's essentially landing on the belly of the drone. So it lands like that and it's sitting on the belly. If you are like me and you're using this out in the middle of nowhere, you are, overlanding remotely, you're not landing on a launch pad, you're not landing on concrete, you're landing in mud or dirt or leaves or whatever. So with the PGY leg extensions, they're really easy to install and you can click them on and off. One thing to note, they do not fit with the Fly More case. So basically what that means is I have to take them off every time. But you can see here, it gives you about 3/4 of an inch extension. So the thing that I like about it is, so let me just show you for reference, one of the front ones here. When you pop one of these on, that's what it looks like. So this is stock, right? And then that's with the leg extensions. And they do fold, so you can make them smaller. So if you had a different bag or something you were using to store the drone, you could keep these on all the time. I'm still using the stock one, which means these won't stay on. But you can see just how much that gets it off the ground, right? So I would definitely highly recommend these if you're getting a DJI Mavic Mini. But overall, again, I wanted to keep this kind of short. I love this drone. It feels fantastic to fly. It takes great footage. For my needs, it's fantastic. If you're just kind of, into overlanding and you also want to document your travels, this is a perfect thing to pick up. So again, I'll put links to all this stuff down below just so that you can find it really easy. Another thing that I will be picking up is you can see these blades here, right? So when you put this down in the case, you do have to kind of make sure that they're all held in or you risk breaking them. There are some things that are made, but I haven't found any that are really good quality yet that will hold the blades in place so that you can easily put it down in the case. Now, when I say I haven't found any, I mean I haven't found any that will work with the Fly More combo pack. When I do, I will post up a video about it or a link or something, and I will show you guys what I'm talking about. But for now, again, this drone is fantastic. I highly recommend it. It just flies great. It's super light. It's super compact. You don't have to register it. And for $500, I mean, it's just really tough to beat that quality, right? Like there just isn't anything in that ballpark that flies as nice, has as many presets, has as nice of a controller. I mean, this controller is really, really nice. It opens up and you can pop in your phone. It's just like all the other DJI drones is my understanding. So it's really a great piece of kit. So if you want to record your trips, this is a great thing to pick up. Again, I know, as always, I'm over 3 minutes, but this is kind of just a great piece of equipment that I wanted to talk about. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. If it is, please click the subscribe button below. Click the bell to be notified when new videos come out. I post weekly gear reviews, and I also post a weekly podcast/vlog. So I'm on all the major podcasting channels, and I'm also on YouTube posting a vlog every week. So particularly if you're into Xteras, if you're into overlanding, I'm getting ready to build my own rooftop tent. So I'm going to be doing a DIY RTT here before too long. I'm talking to my woodworking friend right now. I'm trying to sort that all out from a timing perspective. So definitely check me out, subscribe to the channel. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram. So check me out there too and join the conversation. So again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys and have a good week and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.